Welcome back to episode 168 of the Craftverse series. We're still trapped in the end, trying to find a gateway that will never be found. Well, it will, but, you know, when it wants to. On a side note, I've got 28 shulker shells and a couple extra boxes to my name, so bonus. Let's see if we can't make it 23. Nice. Called it. Alright, so I don't think I've been to that one yet. Take him out. Not to lunch, just in general. Got him. Now the tricky part's going to be getting over there without being splattered. Have I been to this one? No, there's still an ender chest here. Nice. There was like 4 in this one area alone. Here anymore in this immediate vicinity. $24. It's fine. Extra saddle, cool. Yeah, I now have 5 ender chests on me and I only had the 1 to my name. So, victory. Everyone's dropping shells. Did they increase the rates? Because I would love it if they increased the rates. Oh, I don't think I've ever done that maneuver before. I don't usually do this either. Where was he? Did I already pick it up? Or am I in the wrong building? Don't know. Okay, so let's find which direction I thought the entrance was. Okay, that looks like a good entrance for a ship, so we're going to follow the rules of end cities and go this direction and hope I find a ship. Because near a ship is usually a gateway somewhere. And then we can escape this blissful purgatory. Okay, he just teleported when I got over here. How many people have you ever heard describe purgatory as blissful? Well, it's not a thing that they all do. It just got really lucky for that one particular excursion. No ship. And we're not apparently following the laws of end cities anymore, so... let's just pick a direction and go. Hello? Nice. Wait. There is a ship here. Sweet. Okay, never mind. I just went to the one a little too soon. Take those, you keep that. Oh, okay. Don't care for the rest of it, but I'll take what I can. If I can leave here with a stack of shulker shells, that'll be all the better. Woo! Almost got me. That's everyone. Thank you. Just hide under this thing real quick. Does not seem to influence it whatsoever. But to the ship I go. The untouched ship, no less. Which means I haven't been here. Nice. Nope. Extra wings. And obsidian, too. Okay, you can keep that. Ew. Oh. You are a Curse of Vanishing, but you're also Fortune 3. Well, that's what I have this for. I don't have to decide now. Nice. Actually, you know what? How are my wings? Perfectly healed because of all the shulkers I've been slaying. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this obsidian. I'm not too far away from a nice warm biome though, so I can make an obsidian generator. There is one that you can make that you don't need a warm biome, but it's a lot bulkier and it requires extra steps. The one that I just learned how to make only requires a warm biome and a sponge. Because I have a guardian farm, I believe I have sponge access. In fact, I believe I actually have one in my ender chest. Which would mean an infinite supply of this. Let's not fall through the floor. $26, as always. A nice find. Don't so much care for the dragon head, so we're just gonna go this direction and hope that I see glowing floor somewhere nearby? Maybe? Possibly? No? Okay. Well, good to know. big landmass could possibly have a gateway. Can we be nice to me today? But Zeka, we already gave you wings. That's not quite what I'm out here for, but that was nice. Thank you very much. A field of giant purple flowery tree things is not exactly my idea of being nice. I already have a bunch of them. But before I leave, wherever the gateway ends up being found, I will be grabbing a bit more end stone so I can plant them. Okay, possible. Nope. Maybe out here for a minute, chat. Never mind. Found it. Freedom. Perfect. Follow this to look up. Where am I looking? Right here. 5, 6, 7. Okay. I'm gonna need to grab some of this anyway, just so I can pull her up out of there. Okay. Let's probably grab a... 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Okay, we'll do that, and then... Alright, Enderman, you win. For now. Oi, oi, oi. So if I do an end build, I have to do it around this. Because this right here is where we're going to spawn in. I'd like to spawn in the build, wherever it ends up being. And I believe you can build underneath this chunk, but you can't build above it, because everything above it gets erased. But we're finally on the way home. You know what that means? Thumbnail time. Let's see. Right about here. Do this. Gonna be in the way of my own photo if I'm in the frame. It's the problem. I don't have a pumpkin to risk doing that with, so we're just gonna do it right here. Don't you love being involved in the process of creating my own video? Okay. Nope, wrong one. Down here. There you go. Need to see what I'm selecting. Geronimo! Perfect. We are home in our actual bed. Couldn't remember if I placed a bed and slept in it last. That would have been very unfortunate because that would have ended up back at spawn. But at the same time, it would have been fortunate actually because I actually need to know where world spawn is. So I have a plan, and I need to know where the thing is going to come through at in order to fulfill said plan. Actually, you're gonna be on the roof, aren't you? That's fine. You can be on the roof. Yep. You do not get to be over there. That's why it's usually advised to do this part before you put the roof on. But we're backwards here, so we do things backwards. Don't look into it too much. And plunk. And then the sides in. Okay, happy with this. Put you there. Now we do this side. I love that I grabbed enough the first time and I don't have to go back. Alright, so this entire 2-episode span to get this ingredient is done. Next bridge is in. I remember to turn off the wings this time. Did you end up in the water? Damn it. Could have had to swim to grab that. Okay, so very successful. Bridge looks nice. Completed. Alright. Glad I gave myself these little entry points. I made them too wide for some reason, like I was going to bring animals in there, and I still can. I might bring them through this way, though. Might have to name tag them, or at least lead them, so they don't get despawned, since it's not fully penned in, it's just there's a wall there. Does it matter if there's fences or if it's an actual solid block? Let me know in the comments, because I really do want to know before I put animals in there if they're going to despawn. Granted, it is partially penned, but it does have a non-fence block in there. It's also quite a large expanse, even if it is tapered into 2 lanes. So, redstoners and farmers in the comments, let me know. Will the animals despawn, or will that be a safe little area to put them in? Probably going to put like donkeys and horses and one or cows in another, pigs in another, and chickens on the last. The chickens will probably end up being on this side, so I don't have to hear them at my base so much. I do also need to make a chicken farm. Let me see if this has been running at all, because I feel like that's the same as when I left. These should be massively filled in. At least these ones. Well, I have been using the cyan, so it's not really a good indicator, but we got a bunch of redstone, so that's good. Don't have to go redstone mining, a ton of string. Very good, very good. How we doing on gunpowder? Enough to fill my box back up. White and light gray is still decent. Red's catching back up to the pink. All right. I'm very happy with that. Now, I've got a couple of builds that I have in mind for next week. Yes, one of them is the bee farm. I very much would like to get that accomplished so we can get started on the next phase. But for right now, I have to actually put a build together. Because I don't think the one I have on the SMP is going to work the same since it's working on Java Redstone. I have to figure out how I did the one on Bedrock and expand it for 10 instead of just 5. We'll see. I've got a couple of placements I'm thinking of for it. I'm also toying with my map knowledge out here, trying to figure out where exactly I want to put another build, which would be quite massive. I feel like putting another big blocky thing right here would just look like a bunch of Legos. So I might put it over here or back in this one. Meant to do that. Because I've got this. This little blocky iron farm. It's just a big old white blob. It looks like snow. But it does remind me I need to get a snow golem farm going so I can make other things. So, let's make a list. Craftverse farms. While it's on my mind, snow farm. Which will also serve as a slime farm. Which will be great for another experience. So I should also build that EXP farm. Which means I have to get some allays. I don't think there were any at the raid farm. Need allays. Also need to get bee farm finally done. Oh, my pen's dying. That's lovely. Wake up. Thank you. Nope, you're just actually dead, aren't you? Yeah, that's down to the bone. Okay, well, that pen is useless now. Let's bring out the multicolored one because it has a bunch of ink left. Sure you do, in fact. You do? Okay, good. So, what else do I need over here? I actually need to build the kelp farm. I have a design in mind for that. Replace original house with new build. I need to actually put in a cactus farm because I don't have one over here. Bamboo farm as well. Let me know in the comments, is there anything I'm missing? I'm sure there's quite a few farms I am in fact missing. I need to make an obsidian generator. We'll do that in the savannah. It's just not too far away. I think it's straight that way. Not too far. Then let's see, what else am I missing? A true iron farm, which only has certain things. "24/7 active." Because the one I have currently is partially trade farm, or trading hall rather. So it's kind of not 24/7. Even if I AFK there, it's not going to give the best rates. I've found a couple of swamps, but I don't think I've found a witch hut. So I can't bother with that yet. Chicken farm. Don't know why I jumped from witch hut to chicken farm, but that reminded me for some reason. Auto. I guess because I need a bunch of leather, I should also focus some time making a food farm just as a side effect. I get leather. So Sky farm. Animal spawn. Gonna have to redesign the shulker farm. I kind of have a design in mind, but that's why I need to know where spawn is. Just in case you were wondering, the one I have in the end right now is not as functional as I would like it to be. Go see last episode if you want more evidence of that. So far, I've got a decent amount of content that I can make for you guys. My priority has to be, though, the bee farm. Because it's the last thing that I need in order to do that farm. Now that I'm thinking about it... Actually, no, I already did do lava in the floor below. So I'm good there. Okay, so we've got snow farm, experience farm, bee farm, kelp farm, cactus farm, ooh, excuse me, bamboo farm, obsidian generator, a legitimate iron farm that only does Fletchers, auto chicken farm, animal farm for leather, really everything else is just a bonus, and redo the shulker farm. Is there anything else besides what you see here that I'm missing? Because I have my sugarcane farm, I have a mob grinder, I have the tree farm that's up here. It's not auto, but I don't need it to be. Got a trade hall slash iron farm just for little bits of iron that I need. I'm sure I'll think of something else. Oh, cactus farm. Also, yes, I have to figure out where I want to put that. It's probably going to be in another farm, because otherwise it's going to be a massive one. And I don't really want to build a massive one, like, fully on display. It's probably going to be tucked away somewhere over here in the greenery where you can't really see it and it doesn't stick out. Otherwise, I might put it, like, right here. That way, while I'm at the tree farm, it might actually be loaded in. I could also have it poking out of the water, but that's a lot of extra work. Because I have to get the exact dimensions for what I want. I mean, it might be worth it, but it also would kind of take away from the blue of the water. Could also have it tucked away back here. That would give me something to actually build back here, but it wouldn't really be loaded in very often. It doesn't need to be loaded in that often. I also might put it in somewhere along this path. This might be my farm's path. Because it's going to be leading into another thing, which ultimately leads into this village over here, which is where my mending guy is. So I don't really want to convert that. But I do know there's another village down here that's off the beaten path of the map. So as I build towards that village, that's ultimately where that iron farm is going to be. So that's going to be a ways off. Yeah, that's going to be a while. I'll figure out the correct order of events for you guys and get to working on it. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for tolerating this rant and trying to figure out what the next steps for the series are going to be. And I greatly appreciate you even watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more, because I have plenty more coming. Bye.